back to my channel. Today we're going to do a New Year's party glitter eye makeup. But before we do that, firstly I want to wish everybody a really happy New Year. So happy New Year! Fireworks, pop, 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 pop. I hope you have a healthy one, make it fun, and I hope that you're blessed for 2015. And anyways, let's get on and do some makeup. So I recently bought this glitter eye adhesive and it's fantastic. And so I really wanted to do a video so I can kind of do a bit of a rave and a bit of a review about it. So that's what's happening here. Please excuse my Marge Simpson hair thing that's going on here. My hair is super wild and there's nothing else I can do with it except for put it in on top of my head, basically. I've got my festive earrings on because I'm feeling a little bit festive. Hope you enjoy. So I've already got on my eyebrows and my foundation, and so today we're going to be doing strictly eye makeup. I'm going to start off with my MAC Studio Finish Concealer. This comes in an NW20, and I'm just taking that onto a flat 239 MAC brush and just carving out my eyebrows underneath, like so. I love this concealer to highlight underneath the eyebrows. I think I use it absolutely daily. It is just absolutely great at really kind of highlighting underneath the eyebrow without using a white colour, and it's also just super natural and it lasts. It stays all day and it just looks natural and gorgeous. So I probably use this quite a lot in my videos, so excuse if you see like the kind of reoccurring themes happening here, but this is must-have highlighter for underneath the brow. So I really enjoy finding products that I can use for more than one thing. Now I need to use a eyeshadow primer for my eye makeup, and in my eyebrows earlier, before I started the video, I actually used this Anastasia brow pomade in the colour Soft Brown. That's what I have through my brows. And yesterday I actually tried this and actually used it as a base in my eyeshadows. I can actually get two things out of it in one. It's water resistant, so it's going to act really, really well as an eyeshadow primer as well. Taking that again on that same 239 flat brush and just taking that all over the lid as a primer. So one of my other recent purchases was this Urban Decay Vice Palette. I believe this is like a limited edition palette from Urban Decay. I really quite like this. I was really attracted to the colours of this. I tend to always revert back to MAC eyeshadows, I have to say. I love the pigmentation in their eyeshadows, and so, but I do try out other eyeshadows as well, other eyeshadow palettes to see kind of like what's going on in the world outside of MAC. I do quite like a lot of the colours in this. However, I will say that I don't think that some of the textures are as good as what I hoped they would be. They're not as impactful as I really, really wanted. But nevertheless, I think it's a good palette. I do think maybe for $70 it's probably a little bit on the pricey side, but anyway, let's just go with the fact that I bought it now and so I'm going to use it. So I am going to use this colour here, which is called Downfall, and it is a kind of like mid-tone brown colour just there. I'm going to run that with a blending brush just through on my socket line from the outer socket towards the inner socket. Next I'm going to add a little bit of colour to this glitter. So we're going to be doing kind of like goldish, copperish glitter, but I do want to add just a little bit of purple. I love purple eye makeup. So I'm going to be using this colour here, which is called Alchemy in the palette. It's just this kind of like quite intense purpley burgundy colour just there. And taking that again on a blending brush and running that through like over the eyeshadow that I've just put on my outer part of the socket just here. So really keeping the concentration on this outer part of the socket line. So next I'm going to work on the outer corner of my eye. Now, you know what I just said about MAC eyeshadows? If it's one thing that I never forsake actually, is my MAC Carbon eyeshadow. I can't live without this, okay? This is, if you're going to have one staple black eyeshadow in your makeup bag or your kit, it's got to be MAC Black Carbon eyeshadow. So I am going back to my Carbon, although that palette didn't actually have a black eyeshadow in it. So I'm gonna use that as my excuse as to why I'm not using the palette to do that. So literally taking my Carbon Black MAC eyeshadow, I've just got it in a palette just here, so that one there, and onto a angled brush, and I'm just gonna sketch along the lash line here and make a wing out here. I'm kind of like dabbing it on. It doesn't have to be perfect because I'm going to blend it all out anyway. Also taking a little bit of that black eyeshadow, again on that angled brush, just underneath the eye. Okay, so this is the exciting part. So what I ordered off the Tinternet was this Eye Kandy glue adhesive, and it's called Liquid Sugar, and it's by a company called Eye Kandy, and that's Candy spelled with a K. Now I don't normally order things like this. Now normally for all the previous years I've been a makeup artist, I've like always tried to get away with other things. So I've used Vaseline, mixed and medium, you name it, I've tried it. And all of them kind of, they work out fine. I've never really had a huge complaint about it. But then I saw this and I thought, you know what, I'll try it. It's about $15. So I wouldn't say it's the cheapest thing considering it's literally just kind of like water with, I don't know, some sticky stuff in it. But at the same time, it works such a treat that I thought, you know what, it's a winner. It's a winner in my book, so let's do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply this onto the eyelid first and then apply the glitter over that. Now I also ordered a little pot of glitter for them too, and you get like a small little amount of glitter. I mean, you don't really need much anyway to make this work. The colour that I used is called Caramel Apple. They have different textures in their glitters, and this particular one has quite a coarse texture because I wanted it to be kind of like large pieces of glitter. I didn't want it to be a shimmer, I wanted it to be glitter. So it's like, go hard or you go home, or glitter. So let's do that. So what I especially loved about this product is that one, not all the glitter gets kind of like accumulated in the brush. It actually places the glitter. It picks up the glitter and it lays it down, and there isn't like kind of clumps of glitter all over the brush. Also, there isn't glitter all over my face. It literally sticks exactly where you put it. Like when I've used Vaseline and other things before, I find that you don't really get like a really good intense application of glitter all over. But this liquid sugar stuff makes it happen. So anyway, I'm going to pour this liquid sugar stuff out onto the palm of my hand. I'm applying it with a synthetic brush. I'm using this concealer brush from MAC. I believe it's a 194 brush from MAC. Taking that kind of liquid that's in the palm of my hand and literally just dabbing it exactly on the area that I want the glitter to stick to my eye. Now it does dry quite quickly. You haven't got a huge amount of play time with this. So right, so I've got that on. I've got to get my glitter out. So taking that same brush into my glitter and literally going to place it all over exactly where I applied the sugar. And I hope you can see on camera actually just how glittery this glitter is. I hope it comes across well. I want to add a little bit more glue on the inner corner of the eye. So just going back in with my glue, back in with the glitter. And because it sets quite quickly, I haven't actually got to wait for this to set. You know, you haven't got to kind of like keep your eyes closed and wait for the glue to kind of like stick or for the glitter to stick to the glue. Okay, so I had loaded too much on my brush on my right eye, so as a result I have more fallout underneath my right eye than I do on my left. And just a really quick tip for everyone to know, the best way of getting off glitter off your face is with sellotape. So next I want to add a little bit more black eyeliner, so I'm using my L'Oreal Super Slim Infallible Eyeliner. Using a black feline kohl pencil from MAC in my waterline. Just to tie in underneath the eye with the top part, because we like a little bit of balance in our makeup, I'm using that same Alchemy eyeshadow, that same purple one that I had used on my top eyelid underneath. Just taking that onto a flat brush and run that underneath, just kind of like over the black. So for a little bit more extra highlight underneath the eyebrow, I've used this Bobby Dazzle colour just down here in the palette, which is kind of like a light white shimmery colour. It's quite warm, and just taking that right underneath the eyebrow for a little bit of added glam. Okay, so good lashing of mascara. I'm using MAC Horton Naughty 2 Black Lash. Okay, so we've got a lot of eye makeup on right now, which means that we have to use some false lashes to finish it off. So we're using these Red Cherry lashes. These are number 47s with some duo glue. So we're going to be popping those on next. And I've chosen these numbers as well because they're quite black and quite thick, and you need something that's going to be quite heavy. I don't want like a light kind of feathery lash look. I want it to be kind of full on. So we're going to be doing, you know, full on lashes. Next, I'm going to clean up underneath my eye and put a little bit of concealer on, but I'm actually not going to use concealer today. I'm going to be using this palette, which is from Graftobian. It's kind of like a pro makeup thing. I really like this actually, probably because it's a palette and you get lots of different colours. Just taking kind of like these two kind of like quite light warm tones underneath the eye, and I'm going to do all my contouring with this as well. So setting all of that with a powder, put some blush on as well. So I'm using NARS Orgasm Blush as a blush colour. I want it to be quite warm actually to go with the gold glitter. For lips, I'm going to put a little bit of cranberry lip liner with this, another new purchase, with this new kind of like Too Faced melted lip cream thing actually. So popping that on. Okay, so I'm having a little bit of lip drama. So over the Too Faced melted lipstick in, I think it's Peony, we're gonna go with Peony. I added this kind of like OCC lip tar matte colour over the top. And this, I believe is a new colour actually, it's called Lament, which has kind of made it a bit more peachy. And I think I prefer it, so let's go with this. So that was my New Year's party glitter eye makeup. Hope you can see all the glitter. Glitter, glitter, glitter. I feel very sparkly now. I'm even seeing sparkles. It's all very sparkly. Anyway, happy new year. Happy 2015. I'll see you guys next year. Wow, that's momentous. I'll see you guys next year. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed. Bye guys.